40% of dairy cows are lame by the time they reach the slaughterhouse. They are hooked up to machines a few times per day, machines that often injure them. At the end of their lives, they are either sent straight to slaughter or are sold for slaughter at cattle auctions. More than 100,000 cows are unable to walk off the transport trucks every year, yet they are slaughtered for human food anyway. At a fraction of their natural lifespan, they're shipped to slaughter. Most hamburger in this country comes from spent dairy cows. Cows give milk for their offspring, not for human beings. These mother cows are impregnated annually to keep the milk flowing, and their babies are torn from them shortly after birth, which causes both of them profound distress. Many of the males are sold to veal farmers, who cram them into tiny crates where they cannot turn around or even comfortably lie down. If you're consuming milk, you're supporting the veal industry. Veal calves, who can barely walk because their muscles have atrophied from a lack of use and an anemia-inducing diet, are also often sold at auctions. Confined to tiny stalls that don't even allow mother pigs to turn around for most of their pregnancy, the first time that these animals will breathe fresh air is when they are on the back of a truck headed for the slaughterhouse. Many will go insane from the complete lack of stimulation. Shortly after birth, baby pigs have their ears mutilated, the ends of their teeth chopped off, their tails cut off, and they are also castrated, all without any painkillers. Pigs who aren't growing quickly enough, called fall-behinds, are killed by being slammed headfirst against the concrete floor, as you see here. Like chickens, pigs grow so quickly that they can't walk normally. Their limbs simply can't sustain their drug-induced bulk. Many pigs become ill or injured, but are not put out of their misery because as long as they're still alive, they have a chance of generating profits for the company if they can make it to slaughter. Those who obviously can't make it to the slaughterhouse are shot with a captive bolt gun so that they don't waste the company's money by eating feed. Moving pigs by beating them with gate rods is one of the more common forms of abuse. Pigs are often packed so tightly together on unventilated trucks that their limbs snap under the weight of other terrified animals, and they sometimes freeze to the sides of the truck or die of dehydration. In fact, 400,000 pigs who are unable to walk off the truck arrive at the slaughterhouses each year. 100,000 arrive dead. These are industry figures. Some speculate that the real numbers are much higher. After being electrically prodded and forced onto the killing floor, improper stunning causes pigs to endure having their throats slit while they are still awake. Some are burned alive in the scalding tank that is used for hair removal. Please think about what you've seen. Every time we sit down to eat, we make a choice. Please choose vegetarianism. Do it for the animals, do it for the environment, and do it for your health. To find out more, check out PETA's vegetarian website, goveg.com, or call for a free vegetarian starter kit at 1-888-VEG-FOOD. And share this with a friend. Thank you.
So I have to admit that my emotions about the fact that most people in the world or around me in society and my life, the fact that most of them are not vegan is something that I'm very disturbed by, and I feel like it depends on the day. I can feel very sad about it. I can feel very bitter about it. I usually feel quite bewildered because I just don't understand why people who otherwise seem to be decent don't make what's really a pretty easy choice to make. And the best analogy I can use to sort of help you understand how I feel about it is to imagine how you might feel if everyone around you, or the majority of people around you, all openly watched child pornography. That's really the analogy I like to make when it comes to eating non-vegan food, that it's akin to watching child porn. When a person watches child porn, they're not actually sexually abusing a child, not directly, but by consuming the product, they're actually contributing to the economic demand, which drives that abuse to occur. So it's the same thing with eating animal products. When a person consumes dairy or meat or eggs, they don't abuse animals directly, but they contribute to an economic demand, which drives that abuse to occur. So neither food from animals nor child porn would be available to purchase if there weren't people out there willing to pay for them. You know, probably some people will still make child porn, but it wouldn't be able to pay. So a lot of people get really, really, really offended when I make this analogy, because they're like, how could you compare what's happening to mere animals to the sexual abuse of children, which is like the worst thing in the world. I feel I have the right to make this analogy myself because I have experienced sexual abuse for when I was growing up, from ages 8 till 13, and I feel like, at least for me, there was at least good mixed with the bad. And despite the abuse in my life, I was able to grow up, to move away from the abusive situation. I was able to get therapy and have a chance at healing and happiness.